Hello and welcome to Be Here Now, where presence invites perspective and allows peace. We are live on newstreamingnetwork.com, WGSN-DB, Going Solo Network Radio, TV, and podcast. Today's topic, spring cleaning for the soul. I am your co-host, Judy Forder, and I am here with my co-host in peace, Miss
Janice Leonard. Hey, everybody.
Hey.
So thank you so much for being here. We're glad to have you. And Judy and I, we do this every week. We share stories, tools on how on our journey to become happy, content, peaceful souls, which is our goal, and to be here now. So we are part of a 501c3 nonprofit. So if you are interested or able, you can go to our website, peacefulempowermentworks.org. And not only can you see any of the shows we've done, which are posted there, there's also a donation button on the top and on the bottom. And if you make a donation, that's great. If not, just thanks for being here. You can like, share, subscribe, and we appreciate you.
Yes. Yay. All right. Miss Janice, would you like to ring us in?
Oh, I would. All
right. Everybody take a nice deep breath in through your nose. All righty. Okay, we're going to jump right into our pathways to peace. And it's interesting. So, Very, if you can pop that slide up. I have been using, the pathways to peace slide would be great. I'm sorry. I have been using this Zentangle from Laurie Shaw when she was on our show to indicate peace.
Is it a different one?
No, it's the same one, but we tend to fly past it. So if we could just put that up again, because she has recently, the one before that. Yeah, there we go. Oh,
next one. There you go.
Yes.
I can't believe that's a Zentangle result.
I know, isn't it beautiful? It's one of my favorites that we highlighted on the show. So I kind of stole it. I give her credit, so I didn't know that if I should have to ask. Bottom line is I'm selling this because I just saw on Facebook yesterday or 2 days ago where she went to a retreat in Arizona, a Zentangle retreat with all her people. And the pictures that she has on Facebook are beautiful. And it just reminded me about, we did a couple of retreats in Arizona. Jen and I worked on a retreat team together.
Wow.
And it just reminded me how peaceful that was. And we're talking about spring cleaning for the soul today. It was in April, the first time I went, and I can remember how scared and anxious I was. I had never been on a retreat team. I didn't know what was expected of me. And I hadn't really flown and navigated the airport on my own.
Oh, wow.
And it's so funny that that's coming up now because my daughter is going to be navigating the airport on her own for the first time in a couple weeks. So it's like stirred up that anxiousness that I was feeling back then. So yeah, I'm just like how it's all connecting in my brain in this moment. It's crazy. So that to say, when I look at Laurie's Zentangle pieces, she's just so talented. Like, it brings me peace to look at that. I don't know what it is about it. I don't know if it's all the rounded edges, the colors, or all of it combined, but it just brings a level of peace to me.
Anyway. Does she use real gemstones in that? Does she like put them on the paper? And
that's all color.
Holy crap.
Created that marble look and with light and shading, and it's just amazing.
Wow.
So anyway, I don't understand fully what that tangent was about, but A, props to Laurie Shaw again. And
yes.
B, if you find something that you can look at that brings you peace, look at it.
Right. Oh, speaking of which, I did buy one of your gr- little child on the rock with the wolves around it. I did buy that. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yes, I just got to get a frame now. I'm going to find a place to put it because that's just
Unmoved.
that's so powerful. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yep. Unmoved. Lovely. Okay. Well, maybe that's exactly why I had to share the story. Who the heck knows? Who the
Go
heck
with
knows?
it.
Exactly.
Nothing wrong.
That's what we do. We fly. We are intuitively guided here. I was going to say fly by the seat of our pants.
Your intuition is flying by the seat of your pants, right?
Exactly. Okay. So we have this Be Here Now spring cleaning checklist. That spring is a beautiful time, and it's funny, Janice. I was thinking, people do live in parts of the country where they don't experience the 4 seasons.
Oh, that's true.
So I've never lived in an area like that. So what does spring mean to them? Spring for me is like, we're finally getting out of winter. It's not so bitter cold. We want to be outside in the sun. But for people that live in areas that don't, especially, I can't imagine coming out of a Vermont winter that you have experienced your entire life.
Right. Well, when you get to actually open up your doors.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, that's great. And you get the fresh air, can actually blow inside. And not today, but it's too cold today. But yesterday I had them open a little.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. So for those of you out there that live in areas where maybe you're not experiencing the 4 seasons, just know that this is what Janice and I have experienced when we approach spring.
Well, not necessarily the cleaning part, because there's the whole spring cleaning, but but
that's why we're going to focus on the soul.
There we go. Okay.
Yes, I mean, it's a perfect time because we talk a lot about in this work about planting seeds and then allowing the time and the space and the grace to let them grow. And spring is a time where I feel like with the hibernating that we do through the winter, there are an awful lot of seeds planted, and spring is the opportunity to see those grow. Yeah. So, our trees are green and the grass is green and people are cutting grass around here already. And so, yeah, it's like this whole renewal of life that is going on. Yeah.
True. I mean, we're not quite at the plants yet, but our grass is, it's too early to plant at my house. But this is what happens in the spring. You start thinking, oh boy, it's like, okay, the grass is green, getting green now. We'll have to get to mow it soon.
Exactly.
I can get some plants planted soon. Yeah. Sorry. Off tangent.
No, perfect. So yes, today we're talking about spring cleaning for the soul. We're not going to talk about decluttering your house and things like that as being the focus. But spring cleaning for your soul and the checklist. It's like take an inventory of your life. We've been able to work through the winter and things like that. Just sit down and ask yourself, what's working in my life right now? What feels good? What feels easy and in flow? And then ask yourself, what's not working? We're not judging one way or the other. We're saying this works and feels good. This isn't working so much. Okay. And that's just about pulling out, bringing it to your awareness. We can't shift or transform anything that we're not aware of. So sitting and asking these 2 questions is where to start. It's the inventory.
That's good.
Yeah. Your belief system check-in. There's an awful lot of crap that has unfolded in this world that has challenged belief systems. So what are my existing beliefs? And do my beliefs still align with who I am today? If they do, great, carry on. If not, okay, is there something I want to do to shift them?
So like the belief system you're talking about, that's any level of beliefs that you you want to look into? Like, for example, you're talking about my beliefs in the outer world and politics. So you're talking about my beliefs in myself and my home and my marriage, or,
All
I
of it.
assume that. Okay.
Yep. All of it.
Well,
All of it.
that's a lot.
It is a lot. It is a lot. And, it's interesting because the first place I go is internal belief systems. Like, okay, let's check in. I know that I have, so I have traditionally, it's so funny, Janice. They're like, words are important. I have in the past struggled with self-image issues. So my belief check-in is, okay, so am I still beating myself up for things? Am I still having negative talk? Am I, those types of things? Do I believe that I am worthy of love? Do I believe that I am worthy to share love? Those kinds of things is where I check in first.
I bet you if you wrote, I bet you, listen to talk, the way I talk. Hey, I bet you you're gonna want to do that. I bet you could, if you wrote this down every year, you actually took the step to write this down. It would be really interesting in a year from now, or whenever you want to do it, to go through and read it again and see what's changed or what
Yeah.
your beliefs are. Just remind yourself and find out if you have been able to grow in that area or not. If you want to still develop in that area. That's
Exactly.
interesting.
Yeah. So, yeah, we tend to work from the inside out. So, okay, how are my internal belief systems going? Are we still feeling aligned? Do we still believe that to be true? Things like that. And the biggest question is, do they align with who I am today? Because I'm not the same person I was back when winter came along. I'm not the same person. I'm not the same person I was 2 weeks ago.
This is like a total, but I think I have a great example that's very concrete. Is with my shoulder issues, I tend to think I can't do things because I've had these. Now it's been months. I've had issues, and you end up keeping kind of a belief in your head. Oh, I got to sit still. I can't turn around. I can't roll over. I can't. So you have this. You just have developed this system of what you believe about yourself, and but then I might be healing and I might be better. So maybe I need to realign that. So I know it's a really concrete example, but that reminded me of how I have to realign that belief, or else I would just be sitting still for the rest of my life.
Yes. And witnessing somebody, not experiencing it myself, but witnessing not only you, but Jen going through physical therapy, which we were talking about before. I know with Jen, it's really given her a bit more confidence in her body.
Yeah.
Where she had lost quite a bit.
Yeah. And you have a chance. You've changed. You change. You're always going to change, but yet your body or your mind or your way everything's connected in your brain, neurotransmitters, they're a certain way, but maybe they just need to be challenged every once in a while. Oh, maybe
Exactly.
I can do this.
I love that. And the neurotransmitter thing is perfect because we also have to remember we have spent lifetime telling ourselves these things. So it's not like Janice can say, oh no, I don't believe that anymore. I believe this. I believe that my body is fully functional and healed. It's not going to happen in one statement. We have to repeat it over and over and over again.
And it feeds into my original basic belief, which is that I was a, big fat person and can't do anything anyway. So, it puts me back a little bit in that, which is it's not that it's comfortable for me, but it's comfortable for me. It's something I know. It's back to, okay, you can't do anything. You're not able to do things. So, it's put me back in that kind of
Comfort
system.
zone. Yeah, you nailed it. Even they find this a lot in people that are in abusive relationships or have grown up in an abusive home. You can put in front of them every step for them to free themselves, but freeing themselves is uncomfortable because the abuse is all they know. We do the same thing with us. The abusive language you and I have used for years about ourselves, that is the comfort zone. That's why repetition and repetition and repetition in order to get out is what's needed. Because the unknown is scary. And when we're nice to ourselves, that's scary.
Yeah. Or if I start believing in my body again, that's hard.
Yes, exactly. So don't be discouraged when it's uncomfortable, because it's in the uncomfortable states that the transformation happens, that the shift happens. We have to be willing. Chris and I used to joke about being comfortable in the uncomfortable, but that's where it all is. That's where the juicy neurotransmitters, the new ones, are being formed. Perfect. I love your examples.
It's how I remember things, or how it stays in my brain, is I always have to okay, how I would apply it.
That's what, and that's what everybody does. They filter it through their experience and how they can get it to make sense for them.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. And then check your thoughts and your internal dialogue, which we were just talking about. Am I negative and demeaning to myself, or am I being kind and respectful? And the interesting thing, Janice, I'm hearing right now is the best way to check that is how you allow the people around you to treat you. If you are being kind and respectful to yourself, energetically, that is the expectation of everyone around you. They will treat you with kindness and respect as well. If you are negative and demeaning and shaming and blaming, you're going to surround yourself with people that shame you and blame you and speak negative to you.
Yeah.
So that's a good way to check yourself. Who's in your tribe.
Yeah.
So, and of course, that once you established and taken your checklist and you've done your inventory and you have gathered this information, okay, what do we do with the information? Well, the things we want to change, we are going to release. We're going to let that go. And of course, I had the song ringing in my head the whole time I was doing this slide.
Which song?
The song from Frozen. Let it go.
Oh.
Let it go.
Oh yeah, now I'm going to be singing that all day. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's funny, as you grow up with kids, like Disney was really big with my daughter, and that was to me the beginning of the good ones, like Little Mermaid and Aladdin, and and then the
great music,
the Cinderella, and we had that was her. And now my granddaughter, she's growing up. We get the Frozen. Then you get the whole next generation. So I've got 2 generations of Disney songs in my head.
Your head stored in there. And it's great because that shows how important music can be in this journey.
That's right.
In this journey. And it's funny, Jen and I have recently found, her name is Cole Adams. And she's one, from what I can gather of her story, she has suffered with chronic illness and had pretty much gone through everything to get help and support, and doctors can't find answers. They just want to medicate, all the things that unfortunately, so many people have to struggle with. She was seeking medical help, but also started to look into the power of our brains and the words that we say. So she has created music at a healing, I don't understand all the science of it, but they're talking about frequency and vibration in music. Certain hertz are healing. So she's created music to this healing frequency and the words that go along with it to speak to your body.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like musical affirmations. All the cells in my body are healthy. All the cells in my body are healthy. All the cells in my body are healthy, and I am grateful.
Oh, yeah.
Why are all the cells in my body so healthy? Why are all the cells in my body so healthy? Yeah, so she does. She's
you are good.
But Jen and I have started listening to her in the morning, and then we listen to her at night before we go to bed. So we go to bed with those thoughts in our head. And the only reason I can remember all that is because it's put to music. So it's perfect that you talked about how music sticks. So start listening to music that will stick and allow you to repeat positive things, allow you to feel that healing energy. Because I truly do believe if we could get the hell out of the way and stop doing terrible things to our bodies, the body does heal itself. The body does heal itself. It's speaking love, gratitude, and kindness and respect into our bodies. And the body, because it's always listening. It's always listening. It just needs direction. So when we're talking negative crap into our body and we're saying negative things about our body's like, what? Okay. You want to feel like crap? You want your digestion to be off? Coming up. Yes.
Oh.
Speaking what we desire. And when we sing what we desire, we remember it even more. It makes it fun.
And just like the guest we had who rates the songs,
Bob.
Bob, but that's what he does, right? Because he'll meet with someone and get to know them and then writes a song.
Yep.
And that's beautiful.
Yeah, very cool. I feel like this is a great place for us to take a quick commercial break.
Wow.
I know. Aren't you proud of me? I was paying attention.
Yes. I would have gone on.
And we will be right back.
Okay.
Welcome back to Be Here Now, where presence invites perspective and allows peace. And that's, see, the catchy tune. Dun, dun,
Yep.
dun, 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 dun.
But now what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to put words to that. And then I can do some kind of an affirmation through that song every week when I hear it.
Oh, yes, Janice, yes.
Don't put yourself down. I don't know. I'm going to have to.
You are doing great.
There we go. Oh, gosh.
All right. So the first thing we want you to do with our spring cleaning for the soul, I just keep thinking, I see a broom sweeping things away. That's why I used a broom and all the graphics. What are we going to What are we going to sweep away? This is what we want you to release for your peace.
I like it.
All right. Negative thoughts.
I have that. Wait a minute. Sorry. No, not that one. There we go.
Yeah, no crickets. Cricket. All right.
Shoot.
Negative thoughts. Negative thoughts. And we've talked about this tool quite a bit on our show over the years. Janice. We've been doing the show for years.
Wow.
Catch and release. Catch and release. Just like we were talking about, forming neurotransmitters takes practice and repetition. Releasing negative thoughts. If that's all we've had about ourselves all these years, it's going to take, you got to catch it when it happens. Say, we're not going to think like that anymore. We choose to think this way, and release it and let it go. And it was funny, when I started doing this practice, I literally made the hand signs, like, stop. Let's get it out and release. And release. I would. It's like I was pulling it out of my brain and letting it go.
Okay. I have a hard time with the catch part. That's because it's that whole, the pause thing. You get a pause, take a breath. And my way of coping through my life has been to shut down. Mm-hmm. So it's always interesting now. It's been such a slow process to try to break that. And it made me think of, when I was thinking spring cleaning, is I was thinking of those habits, those negative thinking habits that I have. Because I have a couple things that, when I'm just not thinking about anything, it just pops up in my head. Oh, the time that I worked on a personnel book for somebody and it was terrible. The time that, I have these failure thoughts that, I don't, it's not like I think about them all the time. I don't, but when I'm not paying attention, they come up. Or people I feel like I have let down. Like I have a granddaughter my step granddaughter that I feel like I let down. You know, and it just comes up. So spring cleaning to me would be okay. What are those things? Okay, I have quite a few of them, and first of all, you got to catch it. I got to stop and say, okay, I started doing that 3 times last week. I like split myself spiral.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because then you do it once and maybe you're feeling a little beat or whatever, and then you're open to it more, right? Then it comes to you more because you're not strong enough to catch it. Your catching mechanism's turned off. But but you know, you got to catch it. The negative thoughts, you know, when they, and it's hard because it's a lifetime. These things like this personnel book that happened. Geez, my daughter was 2. She's almost 40 now. So we're talking like 36, 37 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And still that comes up. So you got to catch it.
See, that's just, and Janice, you have to give yourself grace. It's not about being strong enough. It really isn't. Because again, it's been years and years and years and years that you gauged yourself based on failures. Yeah. And when we think about our life as failures and successes, instead of opportunities for us to grow and expand and learn, then that's where the judgment comes. So when the next time a failure point in your life comes forward, it's telling you it wants to leave. You know, those experiences help to make us who we are today. So to look back on them and hate them when we're trying to come from a place of love isn't aligned. We have to love everything about the amazing person that got us to where we are today.
Yes.
No matter how we saw it when we were in it, whether it was a success, a failure, whatever, everything Janice went through these years got you to where you are today.
It's true. It's a journey. It's all journey. It's not a success. It's not succeed and fail. It's a journey.
It's a journey. We had those experiences so we could learn and get to where we are. Maybe we needed to learn another survival technique. Maybe we needed to master the art of shutting down so that we weren't overwhelmed and consumed with darkness and heaviness. You know, there were survival techniques. So when catching a negative thought, it's not like we need to grab it and create a story around it and chew on it and love on it and do all that kind of stuff. It's like, hey, oh, look, there you are. I've been waiting for you to come back so that I can set you free and let you go.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't need to live with you in there anymore. It's time for us to set you free. And that's the practice of catch and release. And the most important thing is giving yourself grace.
Yeah, that's the thing that I thought about when I heard this topic, and it really stuck. It's like why I wear this necklace, because you never asked me again about it. Oh. I have this necklace. This is one of my bad thoughts.
That's one of your bad thoughts?
Yeah, well, no, I'll tell you. It's a piece of wood that was found in a river with a stone in it.
Oh, cool.
And my father-in-law made this. He found it and he made it into a necklace.
Oh, very cool.
And, you know, that time, it ended up happening with my father-in-law in this time of our lives. It was terrible. Mm-hmm. And now he's passed away. There's no fixing it. And it comes up, you know. Mm-hmm. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Wish I, you know, and it's those kind of things for me. I guess this is my thing I need to release. I guess is the bottom line is those things that still pop up.
Yep.
I have a lot of them, and they're about old things. And I find the next stage of letting go of those things that what's worked for me is you got to identify it, you got to catch it, and then I got to reframe it. Like instead of saying like objectively, you know, what really happened. What really happened is I said I'd do this personnel book, and I tried to do a really fancy version of it that was really out of my ability. So I kind of took it from someplace else and spent hours on it, and it was outdated, and so then it was terrible. But it's not, it was. But the thing is I just by telling you the story is different than what story I usually tell myself. I usually tell myself I just failed. So they were willing to pay me to do this, and then I failed at it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not really that's not really what happened. It is, I suppose, ultimately it didn't get done done the way they wanted it. I did it, but it was a time when I wasn't. It was more. I tried to take on more than I could chew.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, oh, I can do this. I'll make it really fancy, and I took this other book, and so it's just me trying to try to you try things and you fail at them sometimes. You do. You want to grow. You want to. I know you don't say fail, but that's part of the story. I have to use that word because if you don't grow if you don't try.
Exactly.
And and what that's going to mean is you're going to be in situations that aren't going to come out the way you want them to because you're not going to know.
You either accomplish what it is you want to accomplish, or you learn.
Yeah.
And it's not like they want you to erase the word fail from your vocabulary, because the very real thing that you're dealing with is you grew up thinking very black and white. I either succeed or I fail. There was no gray. That's the truth that you're living in. That's the truth that you're looking to release and rewire.
Yeah.
So it's not about denying your truth. It's like you said, what were the facts?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Robin.
Robin just sent us a message. What show was that with Bob? Oh, yeah. I missed that one, too. It sounds like an interesting episode. It was crazy.
It was great. It was great.
What was the name of it?
Say again?
What was the name of that show? Do you remember?
I think it was The Song of Your Soul.
The Song of Your Soul.
I think. Yeah. But Robin, thank you for watching. A, Robin watches all the time. Thank you for us. And B, I will send you the link to that show when we finish here.
Ask and you shall receive.
Yes, yeah. Okay. So we got negative thoughts. We've talked about limiting beliefs. Well, not really, but limiting beliefs are, I can't possibly do that. Or if I do that, I'll be judged. Anything that keeps us from doing something that we really want to do for fear
of using my arms. Just using my arms. Or like, I think that I have this, I fell back into that since I can't do a lot. And I ended up sitting down so I wouldn't move my arm for so long that, oh no, I'm way out of shape again. Oh, I probably can't. I remember when I was in Boston, I took this walk and it was hard. It was a long walk and I was in pain. So I started thinking, see, I can't do things again. I fell right back into that. I'm not able physically to do things.
Yep.
And the other day, I just, without paying attention to what I was doing, I ended up walking down to get the mail. It doesn't sound like a big deal, but in my neck of the woods, the driveway's long.
Exactly.
And it's on a hill.
I've been on her driveway. It's a big deal.
And it's a hill. And I walked out and up. And, I thought one day, if I could, if I exercise every day, if I could just walk up and down that driveway, that would be good. But if I had thought about it, I would have done it, because I'd say I couldn't make it back up. I'll be dead. But I didn't. It was okay. But see, really concrete limited belief is I didn't believe I could walk up and down my driveway.
Yep.
But I took out the thinking part. I was videoing something for a friend of mine. And I was halfway down. I said, well, I guess I'm going to do it.
Perfect.
So, yeah, I think we talked about limiting beliefs because I have a lot of limiting beliefs.
Patterns that no longer serve you. Overthinking, dissecting, shutting down and going numb is different than sitting in awareness. Shutting down and going, we had a whole show about this with Janice. Those patterns can shift. They may look the same, but the awareness and intention behind them are different.
Yeah.
And that's important to know. Releasing the pattern of the second something isn't successful, calling yourself a failure. That's a pattern. Is it a belief? Not anymore. It's a pattern. Negative social media. That's a big one. I'm not a whiz on any social media platform, but I have honed mine on Facebook. If it's negative or promotes hate, delete and block, delete and block, delete and block. So I have a lot of uplifting things on my feed. And if I feel myself getting weighed down, getting pulled into a rabbit hole or something along those lines, and I notice the heaviness I'm feeling, it's off. I need to get off of it for a while. So really start to pay attention to how you're feeling, whether it's on social media, you're watching movies, television shows, listening to music. How does it make you feel on the inside? Is it something that uplifts you, inspires you, or is it something that feeds the anger and feels heavy? These are the things that you want to pay attention to moving forward, because the world is heavy enough. We don't need to add into the heavy. Negative relationships, spring cleaning. Is my relationship, the relationships I have with people, do they build me up? Do they uplift me? Do they inspire me? Do I feel seen, heard, respected? Or am I surrounded by people that judge me and shame me and blame me? And again, that's another internal check too, because as long as we tolerate it, we will be surrounded by it. Negative environments rolls right into the negative environment. Energetically, energetic spring cleaning of the house. You said opening the doors. There's rituals and practices that you can do to clear the energy of your home as well. Opening doors at front and back, opening the windows, burning sage, whatever it is you choose to do to get the winter stank out of the house and allow the fresh in. Okay. Taking things personally. Start practicing not taking everything that happens around you personally, because it's not about you.
And that's one of the 4 agreements.
Right on. Distractions. Be aware of what it is you're using to distract yourself from your day. Expectations. We know they are the cock block of the universe. Expectations are all formed on past experiences and allows for very little anything that you may not be able to comprehend or haven't experienced to come to you. And judgment. Release judgment for yourself first, because if you're not judging yourself, then you're not quick to judge others. If you do find yourself judging others, check yourself, because it means you're still judging you. All right, so let's move on to what we want to invite in. Focus on, invite in, and welcome. Gratitude. Attitude for gratitude is very important. Janice and I were talking. Some days are harder than others to find things to be grateful for. My go-to is thank you for this. I'm grateful for the roof over my head. Simple joys. What lights you up? What brings you happiness? What brings you joy? It could be listening to a song. It could be having your favorite thing for breakfast, taking a walk down the driveway and back. Whatever those things are, make them a priority. Stillness and presence, what the whole podcast is about. Being here now and experiencing what's happening in the now. Strong boundaries set with love. You want to take care of yourself. Prioritize rest and self-care. And when we do that, we have to establish strong, healthy boundaries. Surround yourself with people that lift you up. Speak love, kindness, respect to you. Get out in nature. Get out in nature and sunlight. Yes. Allow yourself to be curious. We talk about that a lot on the show as well. Curiosity and a willingness to explore and experiment. It's funny. I always talk about how my daughter goes to school and she expects to know everything before she goes in and is taught. Stop expecting to know and allow yourself the curiosity to explore and experiment with new things. Invite in new beginnings and make peace your priority. When peace is your priority, all of these other things come into play. So, anything else, Janice?
I can't. I can't believe it's time to finish up. Wow.
Yeah, we can't run long today. Janice got to wrap it up and go. She has to be at an appointment.
Yeah. Hopefully get my filling fixed. Ow.
All right.
Wow.
I know. So there you go. Be Here Now's version of spring cleaning for your soul.
That's
We
right.
want to thank everybody for joining us today. Please always remember,
You are not alone.
and don't ever forget, you are awesome. We'll see y'all next week.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great week.